5 ways to protect from losing money in a real estate investment. There's a lot of investors who their primary concern is whether they're going to lose money in investment. And that, of course, is a really important concern. So here are 5 ways that you can help to protect yourself from losing money in a real estate investment. The first one is to conduct careful due diligence. And this is the components of a lot of different areas in making the decision to purchase a real estate investment. That can be things like environmental, just to make sure that there's no threat from this property or surrounding properties to the property you're purchasing. It can be reviewing the tenants and the terms within their lease. And it can also be reviewing the general market. So it could be just walking around the neighborhood, but also understanding who the key employment drivers are, who your tenants actually work for, and really getting a key sense of what the market is like. So things that you'd really want to be careful of as you're conducting your due diligence is it really hard to place new tenants and you have to reduce the rents to do that? Is that because the tenants are having a hard time finding jobs within the market and the economy is weak? Are there certain factors of a neighborhood, like is it a high crime neighborhood, and things that you need to be aware of from that perspective? So make sure that you're putting a lot of thought and careful work into your due diligence process, and that will help to protect you from making a bad purchase decision. The second thing is to be allergic to vacancy. So a building that's going to make you money is one that's rented, and you want to make sure that you keep your renters full. And a really easy way to do that is just to treat your tenants like they're good people, your expectation of them, they'll oftentimes want to live up to, and really let them know that you value them, you want them to stay, and you want to take care of them. And that's going to go a long way to helping you reduce your vacancy. And if you do have tenants who are not going to pay their rent, make sure that you stay really on top of collecting rent, send them late rent notices very promptly, and start collection as soon as you can from the notice on their lease, because you want to make sure that the tenant knows you're not going to tolerate a non-payment, and that will help your economic vacancy, meaning whether the tenants are actually paying their rent. That's going to go a long way in making sure that you actually get your rent and you're paid as the first one, because they know that you're going to be on top of it. The third thing is to be well insured. So things happen when you own real estate property, and it could be natural disasters, but it could also be fires. It could be a tenant who trips and breaks their leg and then wants to sue you. So make sure that you are really well insured, just both from a building perspective as well as from a risk mitigation and that's going to help go a long way to make sure you don't lose money on your investment. The fourth thing is to really make sure you're paying attention to your maintenance. Maintain it well. Oftentimes, tenants will treat your property like you do. So if you maintain it really well, you keep the property looking nice, and you have the expectation they're going to do the same. Again, oftentimes they live up to that expectation, and maintaining it well is going to help to protect you from the downside of tenants who destroy your property and end up costing you money. The fifth thing is to watch out for adjustable mortgages. Oftentimes, if you have a 5-unit or more property or commercial property, you're going to have a commercial loan. And commercial loans are typically fixed for a period of time, 5-7 years, and then will become adjustable frequently after that point or come due. So you need to make sure you're aware of the terms of your mortgage, that you're aware that if you need to refinance, you do that when the interest rate is looking good and not at a time when the interest rate is high in the market. And making sure that you're careful about those interest rate terms are going to go a long way to getting in a place where you might have negative leverage and are losing money on your real estate investment. I hope those 5 things brought you some value. Please feel free to follow along and reach out to us if you are looking to own real estate property for investment here in Pennsylvania or Maryland.